It's the Scottish drama series that's become a global hit. Outlander is said to have done the same for Scotland as Game of Thrones did for Northern Ireland, with a big rise in the number of tourists visiting the locations where it's filmed.
So much so that one man has even ditched his old job to start showing visitors round full-time.
Welcome to Doon Castle, home of Colin Mackenzie. The Outlander effect for Scotland has dramatically increased the tourism in a lot of the locations. Historic Environment Scotland, National Trust, Culloden. My clients are from America, Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, you name it. It's all over the world. The boar hunt as well was done over here.
I think Outlander is the perfect way to get people to come over to Scotland. It gives a great history, and I know we're already excited about visiting castles and all those types of things here in Scotland, and Outlander just encourages us even more.
Everyone's actually now all focusing on Scotland. It's like a spotlight has just been drawn around us from the rest of the world. And I know we always kind of intrigue the rest of the world anyway because of our rich culture, but especially now, and even other Scottish people are being, wanting to stay at home this year and travel around their own country rather than go abroad. So it's done amazing things, I think.
I left school and qualified as an electrician. It's not something I thought I would ever do. I was good at what I did, but I always really wanted to be an actor. And then Outlander came along and completely changed my life. I was a Highlander, a red coat, town guards, and even Jamie's leg double in one of the scenes as well. But I just fell in love with the story. I didn't really know much about Jacobite history at all.
It's a lovely day here in Scotland, so I thought I would come out into the garden and show you how to wear the 18th century plaid. After
Outlander, I got all the outfit. I bought the 5-yard plaid, the swords, the musket, all the weapons. My wife's like, please stop, what are you doing, And it just went from there, really. I did a viral video in my garden that got over 5.2 million views in 1 month.
We want the kilt just above the knees, okay?
And then, I just started meeting fans, doing the tour guide, and taking people from all around the world, around the Outlander locations and historical Scotland locations. Yeah! 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 Sometimes I do a wee bit of sword fighting. We do a few scenarios, a few sequences, slowly first and in control. Some of the guys and some of the ladies like to have a wee bit of fun. The way I see it is it's not just a location, it's really bringing it to life as well. You can really imagine, one of Jamie's men maybe taking you on the tour around the locations and recreating some of the scenes as well.
I've come home. You are under arrest. Jenny, no!
I think my family have finally got used to seeing me like this. I used to come back home from Outlander without having a wash, blood all over my face, and my 3-year-old, my 4-year-old son would just look at me, hi Dad, I've got a 2-year-old at the moment. She sees me like this all the time. This is the way she knows her dad, is an 18th century Highlander. So this was a well, and they stored goods down here. They could lift them through the hatch. I absolutely love my job. The fact I've been able to change my career to do something that I absolutely and utterly love, I'm very passionate about. I don't think there's many people in the world that can say that they've been able to do that. And what I would say about that is, don't give up on your dreams. It's just, you're the only person that's stopping you, achieving your goals. Just go for it, do it.
A qualified electrician for over 25 years, and my dream was always to be an actor. So I did about 10 years amateur theatre first, and then I joined a professional acting company in Glasgow, and I got put forward for various different roles. Some really good featured parts with some Hollywood legends like Donald Sutherland, Glenn Close, Christian Slater. Recently I filmed On the White, it was called. And then the call for Outlander came along. So your agent sends you a generic text message to ask of your availability. And at the time, because I was a self-employed electrician, I was my agent's yes man. I said yes. I said yes instantly to any job that they offered me. So boot camp came along. First scenes we filmed were episode 8, season 2, and I was in it until the last episode in season 2. So episode 8 to 13, And then in season 3, I was in quite a lot of episodes, most of them, I think. I was a red coat.
Hold on, Andrew.
Don't tell anyone,
Yeah, we saw you every time you would come on the screen. He'd go, he'd like pause it and go, "Okay, look right here, look right here. This is my friend.
There he is, right there.
There he is, there he is."
I was actually a Jacobite spy. That's what it was.
Oh, funny.
So yeah, I was a Highlander, a red coat. The town guard puts the fire out at the print shop.
I thought I saw you. We watched that last night.
We watched that last
and
night.
I could have sworn I saw you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Jamie's leg double as well. So that was fun.
That's funny.
Leg double meaning, while he was bleeding or something, or?
Well, when they do the filming, they look at the footage they have, and then they think, okay, we'll need a couple of extra shots. So there's a certain scene where Jamie is hiding behind the door with the baby.
Yes.
And the red coat in the room with Jenny. So I stepped from one foot to the other and creaked the floorboard.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
In the studio. So that's the kind of things they do. They have hand doubles, bum doubles, boob doubles, you name it, just as the pickup themes.
I don't think he needed a bum double.
No.
Of every woman, that's the highlight of the show. It's like, okay, Jamie, show us your hiney.
He's a handsome lad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Outlander has really changed. It's changed a lot of people's lives, as you know, and it's certainly changed our family's lives. We live and breathe Outlander, and I've learned a lot about Scottish history because of a woman from Flagstaff, Arizona, Anna Gabaldon, of course.
How many seasons were you on?
So I was in season 2 and 3. And my 19-year-old son Daniel has been in season 3, 4, and 5.
Wow.
And my 7-year-old son Patrick has just filmed on season 5. And my wife Anna had a speaking part in season 4. And she's currently just filmed on season 5 as well. So very much a family affair.
What part did she play in season 4?
So there's a scene at the theatre scene where Claire is performing the emergency surgery. So Anna's got a lovely long blue dress on, and Anna says, "Oh, he's on death's door." So she was in that scene. She was also in the flashback scene at the harbour.
Okay.
And Brianna turns around and sees Frank, and she says that she's going to soldier on, But that was a cold day. That was a very cold day for them out on set. Yeah, but it's been amazing.
So you've played. Now, have you played in any? You said season 2 and season 3. Have you been in any in the other seasons?
That's all for me. After Outlander, after season 2, I started investing in the kilt, the blades, the swords, the muskets, the pistols. I started meeting fans from all over the world, and then we set the tour company up, and it's gone from strength to strength. I'm a very, very busy guy indeed. I've got another couple of guys working for us now as well.
Awesome.
And we like to do things differently from the other companies, We get our clients dressed up in the full 18th century plaids, the Phillimore, and we do a bit of sword fighting as well. So we make it fun, and we're teaching people not just the Outlander stuff, but as you can imagine, I go to these locations day in and day out. So it's my job to find out the real history of them. So many of the Outlander locations are filmed in real locations, real castles with real history. It's fascinating. It's been an amazing journey for me. I've never claimed to be a historian, but
you're learning.
I'm becoming one, I think.
Kind of on-the-job training.
May I ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
May I ask a question, Andy? When you go from being an electrician, which is a very, it's a great job, great pay, great everything. And so that's your livelihood. That's what you've been planning on doing from then out. And then all of a sudden, now you look at your life and it's done just a complete turn. Now you are working with people every day. You're out on these historic sites. You are like the Outlander guide. And, I mean, do you wake up in the morning and just go, I can't believe this is really happening to me?
Yeah, when I actually stop and think about it and just take a step back and think, hold on a minute here, if somebody had told me this would be our life a few years ago, I probably wouldn't have believed them. All my friends know me as Andy the Highlander now. I wear the plaid every single day. But you know, I've met clients, I've met members of the public, tourists, as I've been getting dressed in the morning, whether it's a car park, hotel reception, wherever it is. You know, you get this look. Oh, excuse me, I thought you were a homeless man. Can I get a picture? But to be honest, before Outlander, I had a couple of modern kilts, which we only usually wear in Scotland for football games, weddings, special events. I couldn't tell you what a plaid was. I couldn't tell you what a targe was, what a phillimore, a basket hilt broadsword. I couldn't tell you much about Bonnie Prince Charlie. But now, because of this show, it's taught me so much, you know. And I think there's so many people around the world that are very grateful for Outlander, for the story. And I think it's a great entry level to the history of it all. A lot of you guys, your family came from Scotland perhaps as well. So it's just, people say they leave part of the heart here, you know.
What was working with Sam and Kate? Did you ever get to actually hang out with them a bit or anything?
Well, in season 2, I did 35 days with them in fields, in the snow, in the ice, in the sleet. So we were very much in it together. They were, I wouldn't say this if it wasn't true, they're both genuinely really, really nice, grounded people. They've not forgotten where they've come from. They're lovely people. You know, I filmed with all of the cast in season 2. You know, Angus and Murta, Rupert, all of them.
Yes.
They're all really nice to get along with.
Yeah. I lay in my bed and cry when one of them dies. It's like, no, don't take him away from me. Can I ask a question from just for me personally?
Yes.
Tobias Menzies, correct?
Yeah.
Is he has such an edge to him in the way he plays both characters? Is that that his stature in real life? Because he kind of holds himself really strong and big and proud.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Tobias was really quite quiet on set. He's just such an amazing actor.
Yes.
Of course we know it's the same person, but we can see the different characters when there's like a switch with Tobias. For example, it was his birthday when they filmed some of the scenes in Falkland, the Inverness scenes. So the people brought him out a birthday cake, all smiles and all happy. And then when it was time for action, it's like a thing over the mask and over the face, and it's just the evil coming out.
Oh my gosh, he played it perfectly. They all are so perfectly. Each character is matched so well. I mean, and the thing about Claire is she's very much an everyday woman, and yet she so exceeds being an everyday woman. Her kindness, the way she plays her character, her kindness and her strength is just amazing. You can just see it in her. I can't imagine acting how you can just turn from one person to the other. That's just amazing to me.
Yeah, I think it's been very well cast. I mean, so many people talk about Sam, about Jamie being the perfect man, you know. But yeah, what you just said there. Look at Kat. She is a strong woman, you know, and she's like that in real life. An example. In season 2, she was walking down one of the muddy fields, and I said, right, give me a hand. She's like, no, I'm fine, I'll do it myself, you know. And that was just like her character, you know.
That's incredible.
So you talked about how you got into Outlander, what parts have you played, and what seasons you were in. And again, just going from the common electrician to now Outlander, you're now doing you probably got the largest tour, I hate to say tour company, but you're all over the internet now, and everybody talks about you. You've been on BBC several times. You're getting a lot of exposure and everything. How is being a Scottish tour guide like?
It's a real honour to show people around my country. It's quite emotional as well. I love what I do, and I think that's what makes it. It makes it passionate for me, you know. I really enjoy showing people, and every day it's through different people's eyes, and I'm learning as well along the way. So I feel very privileged. There's not many people that can change their life completely and do something that they love. And someone once said, if you find something that you love, you'll never work another day in your life. I think that's true.
Yep, quite true. So what is it? Let's talk a little bit about your tour company. What are you doing, or what does it involve? Or I hire you for a tour. What can I expect?
Well, you tell me what your interests are. You say, Andy, we love Outlander, then that's cool. We'll do an Outlander tour, taking you around the locations where they filmed and the booked locations. Or if you turn around and say, Andy, we've never heard of Outlander, but we just want to see some Scottish scenery, some castles, and we can build your tour around what you're looking for. My tours can be everything and anything. Mm-hmm. And a woman in her 70s, in her mid-70s, last year, and her bucket list was to swim in Loch Ness.
Oh wow!
I was like, okay, kilt off, Loch Ness. So whatever someone wants to do, we can try and make it happen.
Awesome. So did you see Nessie that day?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But listen, let me just take you outside for a minute.
Sure.
I just want to show you some of the scenery here. It might be a little bit windy. We've got a slight break in the weather. So I'm on the Isle of Skye right now on the core tree. Just turn round.
Oh wow!
Oh, look at that! Oh my gosh, just like in the movies that we see. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful.
The weather has been changing here all day. We had hailstones earlier on.
Oh wow!
I don't know if you can see the mountains. Mm-hmm. Can you see them in the background with the snow on them?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I be envious, like really envious, just for a moment?
What temperature? What temperature do you guys have at the moment?
Right now, it's probably about 15 Celsius.
Right.
It's at 65. No, yeah.
Well, it's a wee bit colder than that here.
I'm jealous.
What is the temperature there?
It must be about a few degrees above freezing.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I've got this thing on me here as well.
That's your new jacket, isn't it? Oh, good.
Oh, yay.
We'll have one of those in a minute. Yeah, this is the new jacket. It's a shame I can't show you what else I've got on.
Oh, it's lovely.
You just had that recently commissioned, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a friend of mine, Joe. She runs a company again on the back of Outlander called the Sassenach Stitcher. So many people have started knitting clothes, socks and these amazing period correct jackets,
mm-hmm.
With the sleeves and stuff. I've got another friend recently, if I can show you these quickly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bear with me. So this is my sword. This is my new basket hilt class sword.
Wow.
Again, you do this on the tours.
Oh my gosh.
And this is beautiful.
That is a beautiful, beautiful.
Now, is that sharpened?
Yeah, it's armor class.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
You can really hit with it.
And who created that?
Sorry?
Who created that, Andy? Who made that for you?
The company are based in Glasgow, and they're just called Armour Class.
Armour Class.
There's a long waiting list, but it's well worth it.
Oh gosh.
And this is period correct. I've also got on me
a dirk. Oh wow.
Oh my gosh.
My dirk, which is razor sharp.
Oh my gosh.
So, I walk about like this all the time, and I've not been arrested yet.
Well, carrying swords and stuff like that, is that kind of illegal there in Scotland?
Yeah, but this is authentic Scottish costume. So I would say it's open to the interpretation of the officer.
Yeah.
If they use their common sense, and if I use my common sense, if I'm running down the main street, I'm going to get arrested or shot.
Yeah. If you're going like,
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's
well, you showed
awesome.
You're on Skye right now, you said, and you just showed me a bottle of Talisker. Have you had a chance to go to the distillery?
We were at the distillery yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. This is obviously their quiet season just now.
Mm-hmm.
But they do tastings all year round.
So what do you do? Whiskey tours?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've got a bit of fondness for the whiskey.
Electrician, good one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yes, we'll go around the distilleries as well. The only drawback to that is that I can't get to taste them because I'm driving.
Oh.
Well, we need. You got Uber over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. So it'd be great to see you guys when you come over.
We're hoping to come over, and it'll be our honeymoon.
Fantastic.
So come on over there. We hope to spend a couple weeks over there and see a little bit of everything, and kind of, because I love my Scotch also, so spend a lot of time at some of the distilleries. I got a few that I definitely want to see, and then also the castles and Outlander places and everything. I'm Glenmore, and I think Rowellan Castle, Rowellan, is kind of down there by Glasgow.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm from, Ray. I stay just outside Glasgow.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually from Ayrshire, originally.
Okay. That's on the coast, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, the west coast.
Mm-hmm. And so,
lovely place.
And so, when you take people on tours, if you're, is that a long way to drive, or do you go home every night, or?
You do a lot of driving. Yeah. I'm actually going to North Carolina in October.
Oh wow!
Wow!
As part of the tours. Obviously, Outlander film North Carolina scenes in Scotland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've been invited out by some friends of mine to the gathering on the ridge, it's called.
Yeah, I know it.
That's going to be, it's going to be fantastic. My friend Kim, who organises that, she's amazing. We're also going to Prague again for the third time, the Czech Republic. This is where we filmed the French locations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just been absolutely amazing. You know, you're going all these different places and meeting people from all over the world. I truly love it. What's not to love about it, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's living the dream.
It is living the dream. It really is.
How do people get in contact with you if they want to hire you?
A lot of the stuff is word of mouth, just through Facebook. But the company's called Highlander Tours. So they go on www.highlandertours.co.uk, and you'll see more information about the tours.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask another question, Andy? Now that you are a celebrity, people know you. You're living much more, I'm sure, in a fishbowl. Meaning that everyone around is always watching. Anywhere you are, people are going to be looking at you. Not number one, you're handsome, but number two, because I recognize you from Outlander and the way you present it. Is it hard sometimes to be in a fishbowl where you can't just sit down, have dinner, and maybe not be disturbed?
Yeah, I mean, especially if I dress like this, and they are Outlander fans, they'll recognise the outfit immediately. But I don't mind that. That's part of the being in the public, in the limelight, if you like. But just like Sam and Kat are so gracious with the fans, and I think that's why they've got such a fan base, because they've got time for the fans. People constantly come up and say, "Excuse me, can I get a photograph?"
I would.
Of course, I can. That's absolutely no problem. Yeah.
That's neat.
Well, I bet you if you just wear your pants and regular clothes, nobody knows who you are and everything.
Yeah, most of the time, I feel as if I'm like Clark Kent. In disguise.
Yep.
That's funny.
Do you got anything special going on this new year or this new tour season or anything? Anything special you're promoting or anything like that?
I've just been on the new Netflix show. I was filming in Turkey.
Oh wow!
Last April, so it's just come out. I think it was this month. It's called Ottoman: The Rise of an Empire.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. So I play a 15th century crazy Scottish guy with the kilt on in that one. So that's fun. I still do a little bit of filming when I can, but you know this year is going to be crazy busy. I've already got bookings for most of the year.
Now you have some of your friends from. I noticed there's you have John and the people listening may not know who John is or anything, but John is one of your Outlander friends. You guys have a group called PACA. Can you tell a little bit about PACA?
Yeah, so Paca is Gaelic for the mob, basically, the clan, the mob. We met on season 2 of Outlander. We were filming up near Crete, a wee bit further away, when we did all of the camp scenes. So we all chipped in on some nice accommodation, and we filmed over 30 days together on season 2. We got to know each other really well and became good friends. So on the back of Outlander, we were all very passionate about it, about that time period, and we were quite keen to learn more about it. So between us, we set up a group, and we do some charity work. We go to lots of Outlander events. So it's been amazing. You know, met some friends for life through the show as well, as I'm sure many of us have.
I've seen that you've done a couple of the Highland flings that Scott Kyle have been putting on, and then also we were watching just recently. I don't know if I saw you as a dead person at Mcalindon, but I remember one of your other Paca members. They opened up the scene, and there he is, right there.
That's Big G.
Yeah.
That's big handsome G.
But yeah, good camera. Yeah, big old beard and everything like that. And I saw him a couple times walking through and everything. Yeah. Now, in the show, did you ever have a beard at all?
No, I was clean shaven for all of Outlander. It's the one acting job that you would think the beard would be perfect for. But the first thing they asked me was, would you shave your beard off? To which I replied, yeah, of course. But they say it was period correct. Number one, it's good for continuity. You know, if you're filming a week later, example, just clean shaven, they have no continuity issues. But also for hygiene and for lice and stuff like that. You know, it was especially the government soldiers. They were very well turned out, of course.
Yeah. So, how many other questions?
What do you do for fun in all your spare time?
Dress in the plaid. I usually go to some sort of event. Dress in the plaid. I do wear normal clothes occasionally, but I'm in the kilt most days of my life now at the moment.
Yeah.
So, do you, as a true Scotsman, as you wear the kilt, or do you?
Well, you can just all use your imagination. There's a couple of good responses for that.
Yeah, you heard them. You can't say them on camera.
So, anything else that you'd like to share with us?
No, just if anybody's coming over to Scotland, even if they want some information, just give me a shout, and I'll try and answer any questions for you. And I hope you guys can make it over for your honeymoon. It'll be awesome.
Thank you. We hope
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate you coming on here. And I'm going to send business your way as much as I can. Fill up your calendar even more. So,
yeah, why not?
Yeah. So, but I really appreciate it. So, thank you so much, Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
You're very welcome. Lovely talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Yep. Have a good one.
See you when you get here.
Yep.
Yeah. Kilt on.
Kilt on, bro.
Thank you.
Kilt on, everyone.
Yeah.
Kilt on.
God bless.
Cheers.